Okay, welcome to the TireAngel installation tips video. So here we got a bunch of stuff here. These are the tools that you're going to need to do an installation on a mining vehicle. This is your OTR user manual, and it's got a kind of like a general instructions on how to do the installation and how to what you need to cable and how to configure it, and where there's some barcodes so you can access some videos on how to do the configuration. Okay, then here is your installation tool list, and on the installation tool list it basically covers all the items that we have over here. You know, a drill, cable clippers, blowtorch to do the heat sealing of the cable sheath to the cables, RG58 crimping tool, cable strippers. I don't have electric soldering iron here, but there's electric soldering iron, and then of course screwdrivers and drill bits, and then here's a power meter. So when you check the fuse box, you make sure it's a 12-volt power source. Okay, and then here's some more glues for the internal sensors. Here's these lithium batteries. This is what we use. So when we with some alligator clips. So then I have it plugged. I have it connected to the link and to the monitor. And then of course you got a smartphone with the application. So you could then bring up complete view and verify the data is coming over. A laptop just in case you got to troubleshoot. And then basically a garden sprayer. And the garden sprayer is to put the sensors in there, generate some power, some air pressure, then you can get some data. Okay, and then basically cable glands. Okay, these are cable glands just in case you drill a hole, so you can pass the cable through the vehicle. And here is some flexi cable conduit to protect the cable. And then we've got some fork terminators, because some of them are not regular fuses. Okay, and then we got RG58 terminator in case you have to then crimp the cable. You have to cut the cable because it's 5 meters. You only need 2 meters of cable, so you may have to cut. And then here's a 12-volt regulator, because if you got some of the older vehicles, we don't see you need it that often, but sometimes some of the older vehicles out there, or you have never installed it and you're not too sure about the power, a power regulator will save some of the equipment from getting burnt out, because some of the equipment is the power is jumpy. Okay, and then of course shrink wrap, twist ties, cable clamps. Okay, of course electrical tape, double stick tape. Okay, and then of course after that we got basically the tire manufacturer pressure recommendation. So you set up the proper pressure, and then of course your OTR configuration plan. All right, so let's see. We're going to talk about two things that's very important, and that's how you get power. Okay, so basically here you see we got this is a mini Amphenol. And the mini Amphenol cable is then spliced together with the monitor cable. So basically I have the monitor cable coming out over here. Let me move this thing out here. Okay, so in the monitor cable you see there's going to be one line that's got this white dash on it. Okay, that's your positive line. Okay, and then here on this mini Amphenol cable, okay, your positive line is the red line. So those two lines, okay, the dash, and of course from your router you also have a positive line. Those will come into this red is your positive line, which is the positive line to your fuse box. But in this case it's coming from the lithium battery. And of course the grounds are all black, and it's the line from the monitor without the white dash, and that's going to the black. And of course here's the link cable, that's the black line that's going to over here. You want to zoom in on this one over here so you can see it better?
Negative or positive?
Yes, it says it's positive, negative. And then again, let's review that. The monitor, we give you this
With adapter.
DC adapter. You're gonna have to cut the cable. You see here. Okay, you're gonna cut this cable here. You don't need the head once you do the install. And you see in the cable itself, see one has the white dash. That is your positive. And then the other one has no dash, and that's your negative. Okay? When you're doing testing and learning about it in the office, you use this. But once you go to the vehicle, you get rid of this, you cut it off, and then you do this. And then you put the negative with the negative and the positive with the positive. Now this is going to be, the positive is going to go into this 10 amp fuse tap. And you're going to connect these things together, and that's going to go into the fuse tap. Now, if you have a power regulator, the power regulator will go here. Okay, will go over here, and then the yellow will go over here. So the power regulator now is between the power from the vehicle and the input power into the system. So that's how your power regulator goes. Okay, so basically I think that's basically what we want to cover as far as the power is concerned. Another main concern is your cable for your antenna. Okay, so you need basically, you're going to need soldering, you're going to need RG58 strippers. This is the terminator tip crimping thing, and then you're going to have to solder that on, and then you're going to have to get these RJ58 terminators. And then here's some shrink wrap to get it so it's all nice, and you're going to need an RG58 tool over here. Okay, and that's to make sure that the cable is not too long and you don't have it flown over here. There it is. And then over here, this is these are some cable clips. So you're going to put a bunch of these on wherever the cable is running, so the stuff is not loosely running around, so it's all held down pretty well. Okay, anything else I missed? Did I cover everything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. One thing here, I think I want you to see. Okay, of course here is the conduit, and then the shrink wrap, and that. So that way the cables are all running through this stuff here. Okay, to protect the cable from water and from people stepping on it and so forth. Okay, and of course here's the flasher. The flasher, you run it to the. Okay, so when there's an alarm, it'll be somewhere near the front so they can see it, and you clip it into the link over there, and then you run it to the. This is basically a power bank, and it's got a USB Type C, and then I can then basically bring it to the vehicle, and then I can either do it in the office, or I can then basically plug it up at the vehicle and test it. So anything else I didn't cover here?
I think that's all. Do you want to mention this?
I already mentioned this in the TPMS. Okay. Okay.